In this clip, we're going to be looking at reviewing days 1 and 2 of Unit 9 to prepare for the Unit 9 test. Day 1, circles, circumference and area. This will not be individually tested, but you will need to be able to find circumference and area to find arc length and sector area, as this is not a high school skill. So recall on your formula chart, you will have the formulas for circumference, which you can either use circumference equals 2 pi r, or you can use circumference equals diameter, oops, I forgot the r, diameter times pi. Area equals pi r squared. Remember, anytime you're trying to find the exact answer, you will not put the pi symbol in the calculator, and instead you will write pi next to your answer. The first thing that will be tested on the test will be from Unit 9, Day 2, measuring arcs. You will have one measuring arcs using central angles question. We have 4 examples here. When we look at the first one, to find the measure of arc CFD, the first letter and the last letter tell you where to start and where to end. The middle letter tells me I have to go around and include point F inside the arc. So that is the arc I'm looking for this problem. When I look at this problem, I can see I have 135, and then here is a diameter, which means I know on this whole piece there are 180 degrees. I've used 35 for that piece. Okay, let me zoom in. All right, so then if I want to find this piece right here, I'm going to do 180 minus 35. And 180 minus 35 is going to leave me with 45 degrees. So this angle here is 45. That means the one vertical to it is also 45. So then to find out how big this whole arc is, I'm going to add 45 plus 135 plus 45 plus 81. So 45 plus 81 plus 45 plus 135. I'm going to add all of those together. 45 plus 81 plus 45 plus 135. That arc has a measure of 306 degrees. So the measure of arc CFD is 306 degrees. The next one, find the measure of arc SQ. So this time I'm going to be starting at S and ending at Q. And on this one, if I don't see a third letter in the middle, that means I'm going to go that shortest distance from S to Q. So I'm going to go the minor arc direction, not the major arc direction. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to either find these two angles here, or I can recognize that it's the whole circle minus the 154 minus the 60. So I'm going to add these two together to find out what part of the circle we're not using. So 154 plus 60 is 214. That's the part of the circle I don't want. So out of the 360 degrees, I don't want 214 of them. So I'm going to take away 214, which is going to leave me with 146 degrees for this arc right here. That's the measure of arc SQ. All right, the next one, I want to find the measure of arc EFC. So that means I will be starting at E, my first letter. I'll be ending at C, my last letter, and I want to make sure that I go through F. So I'm going this direction around my circle so that I hit point F. So that is the arc that I'm working with. Okay. For this arc, this is an interesting one because I can see that if I look at this diameter here and this diameter here, I can see this 126 degrees is vertical to these two angles over here. So that means these two angles together are 126 degrees. I don't want that part. That's the part of the circle I'm not looking for. I want the rest of it. So I'm going to take 360 degrees and I'm going to subtract 126 degrees. That's going to leave me with 234 degrees that I do want. So the measure of arc EFC is 234 degrees. The last one, practicing information from day 2, is finding the measure of arc MJ. So again, when I only have 2 letters, that means I'm starting at M, I'm ending at J, and I'm going to go the shortest distance from M to J. So that's going to be, I need to think about the fact that I have this diameter right here. So I know there's 180 degrees on the left side of that diameter, and I've already used 55 for that piece there. So what's left for the purple piece? I'm going to do 180 and take away the 55. That's going to give me 125 degrees left for this purple arc. So there is the information we need for Unit 9, Days 1 and 2.